I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or...
Breaks into the open. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Judicials can really attack on this second and short. Give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Judicials are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking for the first down on the read option to the left. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Down the left side. Touchdown, Judicials. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Looking to pass. It's Basco. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Still running at the 40. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Flames come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Dickens. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Basco. Swings it out to his running back. Out of bounds score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 7 over Nevada. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. Any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now this offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A run for the quarterback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Goes to the option. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Matthews. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. A 1st down for the offense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing these pads.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. That is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Turning it on. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Judicials pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Running into the open space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know,
there he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking for room, it's Blue. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Gets the back moving. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's O'Neal. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Big fullback's got it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going downfield for the big play. Going toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Flames come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Got a man, it's Lee. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hand. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Touchdown, Wade. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. On the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. He now has 63 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. The Judicials, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Working that left side now. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Man, you see this at all levels of football. It's the hardest play to stop. I think everybody's yelling in the stands, QB sneak, QB sneak. It doesn't matter. You know it's coming, but it's so difficult with all those guys, all those bodies to try to stop that quarterback.
He'll ride his man on the option. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking for the 1st down on the read option right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the judicials send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the...
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll send the back in motion. The give to the fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line. Scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The judicials will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low-line drive and not his best work. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offensive line.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Back to throw, it's Basco. There's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Flames will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And
So you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. On third down, he drops the throw. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Judicials will line up to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Little touch pass to the receiver. Hard running there. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Flames with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Flames come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option. Look, they're trying to get that first down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing fourth and short. And if I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this again.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Grabbed over the middle. It's goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands. It's O'Neal. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. As if they'll settle for the field goal try. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. And the try is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Dropping back, it's Basco. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Flames will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's low. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down.
That's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. What's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Judicials come to the line with a new set of downs. Here comes the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Judicials are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. First down here for the offense. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's York. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knocked him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's Ross. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
They're in long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack. You get the rock.
The give from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run from the shotgun. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. The Flames are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got his man downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. They go to the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Catch in the middle, it's Schwartz. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The Judicials have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Give to the big fullback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They've been running it, but down the pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it behind the line. It's O'Neal. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Leaves it with the running back.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. He'll throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Flames will call on their punt team. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Schwartz. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've got a 1st and 10 as we're inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. It's Schwartz. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that.
The Judicials with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. That's the end of the period. Liberty is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Vasco. Punts it out of the air. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and
breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. He's now up to 70 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
that's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Liberty! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Going right to work up top. Got a man, it's Schwartz. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Just getting the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. And the Judicials come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The option look. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And I get it. At this point in the second half, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
The Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Blue. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Line is set on 3rd down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. He's racked up 92 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Flames! And the beatdown has ensued.
Game 1, you want to come out and put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Judicials.
Number 17.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Okay, they'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Here we go. On the run, it's Dickens. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Flames in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty! And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Dropping back, it's Basco. Snagged out of the air. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that were...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
So long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other. over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. In this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Liberty Flames taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Liberty Flames offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it. In so many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today. Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback making checks. To the air. It's Vasco. Pressure coming. That's caught. It's Lee. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Copeland. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Wide open, makes the catch. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the 1st series, taking a shot down the field. They got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
He's not going to make it. What a job on his defense to stop him in his tracks.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
On the snap, it's Blue. He's stopped, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3. So the Jacksonville State Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 pounds, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Offense changing the play. To throw, it's Vasco. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The play action fake. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Runs through the tackle. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about it right now.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. With the catch, it's Smith. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass, it's Vasco. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Flames. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Cook. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Now the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, they're after him. Good call, good execution as they move the... And they have a first down at the 38.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lower the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. That is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Wimsatt. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off to the single back. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pulled and fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this little guy is going to be difficult for any DB to cover, especially on these slant throws, because he gets out of his break and he explodes off the line of scrimmage so quickly.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Flames decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Cook. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Austin coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Vasco. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Turning on the Jets. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Flames will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Vasco. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. He has it back in the game. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job.
Nice move, creates some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Flames come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Flames now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Smith. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Flames trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his man. It's Smith. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking for a man, it's Vasco. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Grab near the marker, it's Mobley. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
325. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Flames will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got a chance. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reckstein. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Basco. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Dickens. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against a backer is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard for a linebacker to run with a fast tailback. But if I can play a little bit more zone and stay in my zone and anticipate the quarterback throwing that route, makes it a little bit easier to defend in the future.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man, it's Lee. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Lee. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the move, it's Blue. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the lone running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Basco. Snags it over the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Well, I had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Flames come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd. It's complete on the right side. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off her, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. To the air. It's Basco. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone, and the field starts to shrink. They really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. The lead is down to a field goal. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And a big play on the outside. Job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Whimson. Got him downfield. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. This time they'll go to the running game. Picks up the 1st down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week playing golf instead of in the film room.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this with David kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Going to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Basco. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, to give, looking for room. There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Takes the handoff, it's Dickens. Got the first down, looking for more. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking to pass, it's Basco. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. From the gun, the ground game. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Back to throw. It's Basco. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads it downfield. Makes a grab for a big play. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. And the Flames with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room. It's Paul. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 15. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The give and tick, 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 tick.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He leaves it with his back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Basco. Skips away from pressure. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The short hands, it's Lee. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
The Flames have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Flames getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Mobley. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Dropping back, it's Basco. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, Dave.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
He'll keep it himself. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Basco. Pulls it in, it's Dickens.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it from the red zone. Here's some pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Flames have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That